Hello everyone, welcome to the finals for the EGL Smite Amateur Cup Conquest game thing. The name still doesn't roll off the tongue for me. It's the EGL Smite Conquest Amateur Cup. We're in the finals. Potato Boys facing off against Just Say Something. This should hopefully be a great game. Apollo going to be the first god banned out of this matchup. The bans for this one could be pretty interesting. Both these teams potentially just going for more targeted bans. No, not Anubis. Ao Kwong going to be the second ban coming out on the side of Just Say Something here. Are we going to see the Circuit? I mean, are these guys going to be concerned about Circuit? They're going for more for the Nox bans, the Sylvanas potentially. I don't know. I don't particularly see Circuit working too well against these teams at this level of play. It's something we saw at the Smite World Championship. We saw it a little bit earlier on today. I really don't expect to see that ban. Maybe a Thor ban, perhaps. Or we could just go completely different routes. Potato Boys taking the kitty cat himself off the table. On her could be their second ban. These one for Just Say Something, but some pretty high priority picks are going to make it through this picks and ban phase, that is for sure. I'm putting my money on Sylvanas right now, but this could go any which way. And it's actually going to be the Nox. Not, gotta worry about the damage. Essentially a long-range Havois. That Siphon Darkness can just be spanned from away, and immediately into the log come from Potato Boys on that Sylvanas, getting their Soul later on the table. Going back to Just Say Something for their first two picks, I mean, they have options right now. They can go for the ROM to get kind of the quote-unquote last top-tier 80 carry on the board. This could be Potato Boys kind of trying to, shoehorn them into that role. You ban out On Her, you ban out Apollo. Are you trying to force the other team to go into that pick when they, you want them to go into that pick? Or are they planning on pulling something else out in response to it? Thor getting hovered over, I wouldn't be surprised if that one's locked in. They're looking at Osiris as well. And it looks like both of those are going to get locked in at the end of the day. That's going to be two picks for them. So going to go back to Potato Boys, their last two picks from the first round. On the other hand, you could just mind game them with those two 80 carry bans, and then look to pick ROM up yourself. No, why am I? No, Sylvanas is locked. Hover the ROM. There we go. Spectator stuff, production things, they happen. Leave them one more pick. They can look to grab the jungler for themselves, a mid laner, soul laner. Freya getting hovered as well. This could be a jungle Freya. ROM is still getting hovered over as well. Freya getting locked in, actually. If they lock both of these gods in, this is going to be an interesting game. It's more likely going to be a jungle Freya. ROM does get locked in, guys. Are they going to go to the jungle Freya? Or are they going to send her over the solo lane, potentially? There's some options there with Freya, regardless of where they actually send her. She's not necessarily locked into that jungle position. On the other side, Just Say Something. They have one more pick before we move on to the phase 2 of banning. They don't have anyone in the dual lane. They're going to pick up Athena before the second wave of bans start coming through. That's going to not round out anything, actually. It's going to be their support pick up more likely than not. Going back to last week, going back to Tuesday, we saw Tipla Fedora pull out the kill lane with the Osiris support. It could still be a solo lane Athena going full out mage build. Her scaling ends up being sort of absurd, with potentially Defender of Olympus hitting for something like 1,500 damage for protection. It's just stupid, it's silly, it hurts a lot. As the second wave of bans begin coming out, though, once again, still a bug. It's going to show the random picking phase. Bakasura banned out by Just Say Something. Potato Boys looking for their final ban. Probably going to be either another targeted 80 carry ban. I said that kind of in jest, not really expecting it, but it's going to be Neath banned out. Apparently, they're quite concerned about Yemen. Yemen's the 80 carry for Just Say Something. And all three bans from Potato Boys have been targeted directly at him. That said, with what is now a Vulcan being hovered over, this could be mid lane, could be a solo lane, could be an AD carry Vulcan. This is going to be an interesting game at this point, guys, regardless of what comes out. Potato Boys with that Freya and ROM locked in. I mean, just right there, we're going to be seeing some unusual positioning, play, rotation, what have you. Maybe a solo lane or mid lane ROM, maybe a solo lane or jungle Freya. I don't really see her working too well in the mid lane, just given her kid and stuff like that. Yeah, she has the Banished, Evocative Discretion, sort of an Aegis type effect every so often, but I'm curious what they'll look to do with that. Hercules is getting hovered over currently. That'll likely be for Snakeskin the Soul Lane if that ends up getting locked in. But again, with these picks and bans so far, it's anybody's guess what they go for. It could be a solo lane Sylvanas and support Hercules. I don't even know anymore. I don't expect that to happen, but you know, it could be the least crazy thing so far in this pick and banning phase. It's going to be still locked in, or hovered over as both of those get locked in. One final pick for Just Say Something. They don't have a proper AD carry at this point in time. They, in theory, have a proper support. They could have an AD carry Vulcan. What are they going to go for? Agni was just locked in. We have an AD carry Vulcan. We have in theory, support Athena. Solo lane Osiris, jungle Thor, and mid lane. Almost said mid lane Agni, but it was switched to Wolfie. It's like delayed switch right there. Just screw with the caster one more time before we make that final trade. It's going to be solo lane Osiris, mid lane Agni, support Athena, AD carry Vulcan, and Thor in the jungle for Just Say Something. So, not necessarily entirely weird. A weird picks and bans phase and a slightly unorthodox AD carry role with that Vulcan. It's popped up once or twice. It works fairly well. Potato Boys, it is going to be Freya in the jungle and solo lane Hercules with the regular old ROM AD carry. So nothing really terribly unusual coming out of them. We'll see how Red Food does with that. A Wheelix was on the table. Red Food did pull out a Wheelix again back in the semifinals. But we'll see how he does with Freya this time around, guys. We're going to cut to a quick little break. Let the anti-ghost timer tick down. We'll be back here in just about 3 minutes. Stick around and enjoy the music. There we go. Second time's a charm. I'm apparently just skipping to the next track in the playlist. Guys, we're back. We're in Game 1 of the finals here for the EGL Smite Conquest Amateur Cup. I'm Zyden, and we're here with Potato Boys facing off against Just Say Something. Immediately, an early aggressive ward placed down by Red for their right side of the jungle. They're looking to ward up that attack speed buff per potential invade on either that or the mana buff. All that said and done, while we have a chance, guys, let's go ahead and run through these team lineups. Potato Boys, left side of your spectator eye, wearing the blue trunks, defending the Titan of Order. We do have Emilzy as the support Sylvanas, Shaggy Shank as the AD carry Rom, Suntouch as the mid lane Scylla, Snakeskin as the solo lane Hercules, and finally Red Fruit in the jungle as Freya. On the other side, wearing the red trunks, defending the Titan of Chaos, we do have Just Say Something. Arrow as the support Athena, Yemen as the AD carry Vulcan, Wolfie in the mid lane as Agni, Solana in the solo lane as Osiris, finally Ninja Dimmy in the jungle as Thor. Once again, moving out of his solo lane position, back on Kitty Gaming, over to the jungle. Saw him quite a few times today, or once today at least, doing quite well in that position. We'll see if he can do it this time around again. I believe he was playing Thor last time as well, so all said and done, you know, went reasonably well if he is here in the finals. Also done, things getting underway. Looks like that ward not actually going to be capitalized this early on. They did not go for any sort of early game invade. Wolfie using the Path of Flames in an offensive direction to wave clear, taking a few auto attacks of punishment there from Suntouch. But early on, Scylla does have a little bit more of an issue with wave clear. Going to lose some gold to the tower here potentially. Yeah, I'm not sure if this actually ends up hitting anybody. Wolfie taking a little stroll through the woods here quickly, just like checking out the sites, just confirming that yes, the right side Harpies were taken down. And otherwise, right side jungle, if we can click the right guys. A little bit of aggression coming out. Red Food taking some poke from both Ninja Dimmy and Solana. Now, Freya in the jungle, we don't quite see as often as other ones. Starting out with the Hand of the Gods, and of course, it had been a pretty good run today. We hit some stasis mode issues earlier on, and things seemed to be all well. We got stuck in stasis mode, and Suntouch was our savior, and he got us past it. And then this all comes out and happens again. Red Food taking a lot of poke right here in this right lane, though. Might get brought to Ninja Dimmy, going to be picking up first blood. He's low in health as well, though. Snakeskin not going to be able to capitalize on that. He had the Earthbreaker available, but you have to be careful pulling people on. He had that full wave of minions there as well. He backed off that. Most of the minions got taken by the tower. Flipping over to the dual lane, seeing what's going on over there. He took a little bit of poke, it looks like, so far. Yemen as the AD carry Vulcan. A bit of an unusual one, guys. We did not see the picks and ban phase. Oh, you're kind of out of luck. Can't see them right now. Bans on the side of... Oh, there they go. Finally, I have to press the button a couple times, apparently. Bans apparently just showing completely and utterly incorrect in the picks and bans phase. Or incorrectly in-game. As far as I could tell, going back to the picks and bans phase, Potato Boy is banned at 380 carries. I'm pretty sure the Bakasura was banned by Just Say Something, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I know it was 380 carries on the same side. Nevertheless, the client lying at some point in time. 380 carries were banned out in this game. Neath as well, kind of, they picked up that ROM. Looks takes him off the hip, and Millsy left side door has come down. Ninja Jimmy got himself a second kill onto the board already. Just Say Something, get themselves off to an early game lead. As the Potato Boys, you know, they're a seasoned team. They know what they're doing. It's a lead, but will they be able to hold on to it going forward? That's going to be the question. Just Say Something, though, one of these teams to keep an eye on going forward in Season 2. Would not be terribly surprised if the team as a whole, or just some of the players on it, end up getting picked up by pro teams or become a pro team themselves. So they're definitely guys to keep an eye on overall. Looking at the items, though, Sylvanas rushing for that Midas Boots early on. He's going to have that gold per second, essentially ticking away from that 5 gold per 5. We'll see if that helps out. And otherwise, Athena still has just that Watcher's Gift. So given the fact that Sylvanas is generally considered like the slowest god in the game, bar none, essentially, that Midas Boots online early is going to help out. They could look for the kill on the Ninja Demi, but he is pretty mobile. Anvil of Dawn getting channeled. Will they have the damage? No, they will not. He just got himself a get out of jail free card with that Anvil of Dawn. We'll be on cooldown for a little while, but it's going to mean both mid-Harpy camps more likely than not going to Potato Boys, question mark. Wolfie's nearby, going to be dropping that Rainfire down. Will find one of them. The other one will, however, go to Potato Boys. So overall, 3 of the 4 Harpies going Just Say Something Potato Boys' way. Astral Barrage coming out early right here. Looking for some damage. Wrath of Terror coming out as well, as the slow motion is still active. One of the most interesting things with this soul lane matchup is just simply that Vulcan turret. Like right there, they could have looked to move forward a little bit, capitalizing the fact that the Wrath of Terror came out. But you have to be so wary of that Vulcan turret. I'm actually going to see what he's skilling up right now. He's currently skilling up that backfire for a little bit more in the way of wave clear, so he's not going to have that poke coming out from the meatballs. He's not going to have the extra turret damage. It's kind of a topic of debate, and to an extent it comes down to personal preference, but some people prefer to max that turret first. As the 80 carry roll, probably not going to be quite as effective, all said and done. But as mid laner solo Vulcan is definitely an option. There's the preemptive strike from Arrow. Gonna look for a little bit of extra poke. No, again, it's Athena. Not really gonna have a lot. The turret kind of is very easy to forget in the middle of a team fight. Yeah, you might immediately kill the first one, but somewhere over the course of team fights, like, well, Vulcan dropped the second turret. Do I kill the turret, or do I kill the other 1 to 5 guys in this team fight who are doing more damage than the turret? So it's one of these little interesting things. Like Millsy right now going to be looking to poke it down. Arrow charging up the preemptive strike, kind of deterring him from that. Right side of the map, though, right now, Just Say Something, looking for a mana buff steal. Snakes and coming around the side, gonna unfortunately realize his buff is already gone. As Hercules, that means very few mitigate wounds. Wolfie got a kill. Okay, Wolf got the kill onto Emilzy over in that left lane, rotating over for that one. Missed the kill. Sue me. Whatever. Missed one so far today. Not doing too bad as far as that. Red Fruit over in the mid lane right now, not really much to do. Could look for some poke onto Wolfie. There is the pulse coming out. Rainfire going to say, kind of get away from me, good sir. I don't want any of your little Freya shenanigans coming my way. Devourer's Gauntlets, though, built up on Rom. On the outside, Vulcan, how does an 80 carry Vulcan itemize? It just goes straight for the Boots of the Magi, look for Bancrofts for sustain in lane. I mean, I honestly don't know. Have not really seen it. Have not really casted it, to be perfectly honest. It's popped up here. I think I've seen it once played at a competitive level, and it was probably a month or so ago. And I really just don't remember. If nothing else, Ken just I'm going to say he might consider getting a Warlock Sesh. If he decides to go more, I'm just going to build Mage route. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be kind of curious. One of the biggest problems going forward is just going to be the fact that Just Say Something is really not going to have a lot in the way of just over time physical damage. There's no Hunter. There's no real ranged physical damage. Ranged physical damage, until very, very late game, is where it's at as far as taking towers and Phoenix. Later on, yeah, Freya starts doing a lot. Kronos can start doing a lot as well later on. Vulcan, on the other hand, not quite as great at taking towers as a typical Hunter would be. So, be curious to see how that all pans out as the game continues to go on. Arrow finds a taunt onto Emilzy. Rainfire, everything getting dumped on his head. He's going to get picked up a second, yet again. We'll go that way. Suntouch finds a kill back. Ninja Dimmy is off the table right now. I'm a monster coming out looking for Arrow. Not going to connect on that particular one. The zoning coming out of this turret right now, we have to wait for that pulse. They have so little in the way of ranged attacks, and they have to take damage to actually clear those out. And it's only a rank 1 turret currently, so it's something they have to keep in mind as the game goes on. starting about level 10 or so. He might look to start putting points into that. He could potentially save it all the way to late game. I'm curious if he does have a second point in the turret right now. For laning purposes, I think that'll be the better route to go. The Magma Bomb later on for poke and harass and, knock up some crowd control, all fun stuff, obviously. You only need rank 1 for that little crowd control aspect. Wolfie mid lane, Path of Flames not available right now for another 8 seconds. Defender Olympus comes in as well as Thor. Redfoo looking for the kill. Out of mana, though, might end up falling right here. There we go. The hammer comes out for one more hit. Redfoo will fall, but Ninja Dimmy finding himself yet another kill. 4-1-0 as Thor, just 7 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. Snakeskin picking up that shield teleport and allow himself to roam around this map and rotate as needed. They definitely look like they need help elsewhere on the map. Can't always just stay in that solo lane. As nice of an island as it can often be, sometimes you shouldn't say, my team needs me, I need to be able to get there. It is only a tier 2 at the moment. So it's a 3-minute cooldown on it for now. As well as I believe it gets interrupted by damage. Any damage interrupts until you get that shield teleport, at which point you can take some damage. And it's a little easier to kind of actually use it if Solana can't just look to poke him once with the Spirit Flail. Right now, Snakeskin essentially has to be nowhere near Solana to actually teleport someplace from lane. So more likely than not for the foreseeable future, he'll be looking to use that from base to teleport someplace back on the map. Or if Solana's over in a team fight and he needs to join a team fight, he'll use it for that. Mid lane, a little bit of a grouping. There's a Christmas tree all set up. They're having a nice little fun time party. Oh, this exciting fight kicker on the left side. Redfoo does get called the Torrent as well, taking them from that shield wall. Tectonic Rift from Thor, blocking Redfoo's route of retreat. Bandage does come out. Earthshaker, not going to find him though. Redfoo's going to live for the time being. Valk Discretion was forced out. 4 members going for 3 right now. Scylla's on her way. Redfoo getting low. Wrath Tower trying to save Redfoo's life. Double tap off. Well, single tap. Fronting Redfoo once again. Arrow finds a taunt to Mealsy. Looking for more kills here. Wolfie taking a bit of poke. Anvil Dawn is up. Where is he going to go? That's going to be the question. Going to come down onto Emilzy. He's getting solo. Berserker Barrage will find the kill. Yemen gets that kill with the help of his turret right there. Ash rises up. Ninja Demi needs to avoid the hit from Scylla. Won't get hit by the second shot. Will miss off of the Astral Barrage, saving Ninja Demi's life right there. Third shot just didn't have the damage. Iron Monster's out over the wall. Gonna look for damage. Arrow just going to juke that one to the side. Gold Fury is getting started up. Ninja Demi, though, is so low right now. He has to be very careful with positioning. Does not want to be anywhere near this fight. Turret has been taken down to Gold Fury below the threshold. Wrath of the Gods was already on the table. That's going to be a Gold Fury going the way of Just Say Something. 9 minutes, 25 seconds into this match. Looking down at these items. Runeforged Hammer picked up on Osiris over that solo lane. Mystical Mail, though, on Hercules. Osiris really cannot box that going toe-to-toe right now. Between the mitigate wounds as well as that aura taken away, it will just not end well for him. Even if he gets a Lord of the Afterlife hit and avoids the entirety of the healing coming out of mitigate wounds, it's still going to be a close call as to who will come out on top of that fight. That Mystical Mail this early in the game is something you cannot underestimate. Osiris has next to nothing in the way of magical protection. Just 41 right now. That's about a 20% reduction, so that does mean that that Mystical Mail is ticking for 30 damage per second over the course of what would be a pretty extended fight with these two warriors going at it. Would probably end up doing about half of Solana's health worth of damage all said and done. So a little bit room about Potato Blowers over here. Just Say Something, looking to force them out and away from those mid-harpies. They will have secured both of them as well. Damage buff will be picked up and secured and going on to Sun Touch right here. Double tap on the backswing will connect there onto Redfoo. Keep on a double tap when he keeps hitting once. The backswing of the Magellan's treatment will connect right there. As Ninja Demi is nearby, Snakeskin is wherever he's going to head back to the lane. Slow's coming out from Osiris. Snakeskin not too concerned. He did pop that magic there, the mitigate wounds, looked to heal himself up. But there are currently a number of the Potato Boys rotating over looking for kill here. Ninja Demi just got driving strike into the wall. Magellan's treatment, though, over the wall. Solana needs to run for his life now as well. It's a 4v1. Solana locked down by the Verdant Growth. Looking for this kill. They're going to pick that one up. Anvil Dawn going from Ninja Demi. He's going to dive deep looking for this. Defender of Olympus coming in as well, but they're in the middle of a 3v4. There's the blank. There's the Wrath Terror on the backside. Ninja Demi is in a spot of trouble there. Arrow as well, forced to use the Defender Strike to escape. They're finding good damage and not able to secure these kills quite. A Wolfie getting thrown in. Good ages to avoid the X-Ray, but in the bounce off the wall gets that kill to Ninja Demi. Looking for more follow-up. It looks like Wolfie has that Path of Flames and needs to just full out run right now. Any damage incoming will secure this kill. Mealsy looking to find a Verdant Growth. Nature's Grasp, on the other hand, not gonna connect. Nevertheless, 2 kills overall going the way of Potato Boys on that. Just Say Something went too aggressive. Defender of Olympus was called. They were looking for counter kills. They almost found them all said and done. But unfortunately, if you don't take that single last point of health off of somebody's health bar, they will survive whatever you did to them previously. So it really does not matter that they got, those health bars got fairly low. Sun Touch was almost killed in the middle of that. And 2 other health bars as well, down to half or below, but it was just not meant to be as far as kills were concerned. So as we flip on over, taking on what these guys are doing on the left lane. Right now, Yemen does have the lead as that AD carry Vulcan seems to be working out okay. He's about 200 gold ahead. He's up a level for the moment as well. He's building towards either a Book of Thoth or a Soul Reaver. Either one of those will be a pretty good choice as far as just outright damage is concerned. Soul Reaver, that first meatball that hits somebody is going to hurt. Likewise, Book of Thoth is going to add a lot of magical power. Emilzy left side might get caught out. Earthshaker will miss, one of the trickiest abilities in the game to actually land because it is pretty well telegraphed. Redfoo gets a kill to Yemen, looking for a second on the arrow right here. He will fall. Sun Touch gets that one up in the air. Ninja Dimmy, I don't know if he'll go for this time. He does. Going for Emilzy on the left-hand side, not able to secure the damage. He might pay for this. Tectonic Rift does come down. Redfoo looking to rotate over as well. Mid lane, some pinks coming out. Astro Barrage is up from Rom. First shot, miss. Second shot will miss. Third shot going to find some damage. Redfoo going to clean it up with the Pulse. And, mid lane as well. Solana got caught by the Earthbreaker. No driving strike to be had in the tail end of that one. Crush will come down. Not quite going to connect on that. So overall, right now, Potato Boys seem to be turning this back towards their favor. Gold only about 1,000 ahead right now. Just Say Something's lead has all but vanished. Potato Boys grouping up. Just Say Something. Looks like they might have gotten a little overconfident of that lead they established earlier. They're trying to make these big, continuous, huge plays, and they're getting punished for it. Maybe they just thought their lead was a little bigger than they thought it was. But all said and done, looking at that graph, that lead is vanishing. Gold is almost even. XP has shifted into Potato Boys' favor. And right now, Shaggy Shank, though, over that left lane, might be in a spot of trouble. Rainfire going to be avoided with that Rolling Assault. 3 more members rotating in. Shaggy Shank looking to head back to base with no mana. Will they look for the fight? That's going to be the question. Meals are going to find the grasp. Nature's grasp onto Arrow is getting low. The damage is there, but it is the support. Reasonable tanky at this point. Going to be okay for the time being. Earthshaker coming down. Going to find good damage on the Sun Touch. They have anything to follow up. There's a red Ninja Dimmy in the wings. Not going to be in position in time to capitalize on it, however. They're grouping up. They could still look for more. There's a banish on the Ninja Dimmy. He's going to use Joel's Tomb defensively to get away. The boulder comes out, but will not connect for damage. Gold Fury is going to be up in just a few seconds as well. They could just be looking to group for that. Yemen doing a lot of damage on the snake. He has to walk through that turret as well. He has that mitigate wounds ticking, but unfortunately he is out of mana as well. So I mean, look at this current state of this left side jungle. Gold Fury has just respawned. It's on the table. Team could look for it. Arrow has to be careful. That's their Wrath of the Gods. He just got pulled in. The body block's coming out. That is a very dead Arrow. Wrath of the Gods is off the table for Just Say Something for the next 25 seconds. Potato Boys, though, they're kind of spread out. Redfoo is getting a little low on mana. And Emilzy is out of mana. Sun Touch in the mid lane gets that kill onto Wolfie with the help of Shaggy Shank right there. This could signify the beginning of that Gold Fury. Emilzy is nearby, ready to start it out. They are sitting on a ward, so the fact that it is going on is already known. Wrath of Terra is going to be up here in a few... 20 seconds, going to be too late. The Gold Fury is still active, getting down 25%. Potato Boys secure it. Emilzy is still right. Valkyrie's going to come out, looking to kill the Yemen. They do find it. Defender Love is coming in the middle of this fight. Not going to find a decent amount of damage. It's going to be a 4v3 going forward here. As actually Ash Barrage coming. Is there 5th year? Yeah, is there 5th year? Maybe. I don't know. Sun Touch finds that kill to Arrow, looking for even more. Solana is getting so low on the backside of this fight. Shaggy Shank will pick that one up. Ninja Dimmy now the only one left standing in this particular fight, running for his life. Does not want anything to do with this. Maybe thinking about Tectonic Rift and Joel's Attunement, but the damage for a kill would not quite have been there. Wolfie's on his way back to lane. Emilzy getting solo, going for the kill. Berserker Barrage not going to find the damage. Emilzy juking back the opposite direction. Boulder coming out. Emilzy still surviving. Rainfire come down, not going to be close enough. The damage over time from Emilzy right there with the Wisps, gonna secure that kill for himself. He went for it. Emilzy just went the opposite direction he expected. Didn't find those last couple hits off that Berserker Barrage, and it ended up costing him his life. Just Say Something still looking for these big, huge plays. Earlier on, they were working. It was beautiful to see, but they kept looking for them. Potato Boys kind of realized, like, hey, we got to be careful. And when Just Say Something kept looking for them, they were just getting these little big, huge plays turned around right upside down on top of their head. Guys, we're about 16 and a half minutes into this match right now. Potato Boys have themselves about 1,000 gold lead. They have the XP advantage as well. Mid lane up 2 levels. Sun Touch over Agni being played by Wolfie right now. Other than that, Sylvanas, Emilzy on Sylvanas has a 1 level advantage over the support. Otherwise, fairly even. It's level to level right now, wave to wave. Looking to pick this mana buff up for Shaggy Shank. Otherwise, kind of a little bit of a lull in the action going forward. Left lane and middle tower for Just Say Something are getting quite low. Right side tower for both teams were picked up at some point or another. It's going to come down to more likely than not waiting for this next Gold Fury to pop back up before we really start to see another team fight grouping coming out. Both teams are still going to be looking for fights, don't get me wrong. But it's all going to come down to who can make a pick onto somebody. Like right here, Nature's Grasp will connect. Defender Olympus immediately coming in. And Charleston was used to escape the damage, though, onto Arrow. He just exploded. Not a spot you want to land down into the middle of, that's sure. Arrow landed and just died. I believe he came in half health as well. I don't believe the damage was that intense that he just like fell from full health that quickly. That said, Rom still pushing left lane will find that tower. Mid tower about to fall as well. Potato Boy is starting to kind of turn this game in the favor for sure. Baldwin just come out, not gonna find any damage. Redfoo in the back will have made it out safely. Thor is up in the Anvil of Dawn. Where is he gonna go? Does he have vision on Freya? No, he was looking for a back off. Shaggy Shank wasn't able to find it. He's still in pursuit, but if he keeps that up for too long, he's gonna run into members of Potato Boys and might get that little chase turned around upside down onto his head. Keep saying that a lot today, but it keeps happening. Good eye over here on the mid lane. They're looking at the items these guys built as well. Shield of Absorption getting worked towards by Arrow, looking to avoid some of this damage coming out of Potato Boys. The AoE damage is potentially there. Valkyrie's Discretion, the Wrath of Terra, the I'm a Monster and Crush is coming out of Scylla. That little bit of extra protection is going to have Arrow caught in the mid lane once again. Does not have any magical protection yet aside from that aura from Sovereignty. And you can tell just in the back of these little catches a couple abilities from Sun Touch and Redfoo right there. And Arrow is just forced to retreat. Nice grasp, threading the needle. Look at the damage. Sun Touch will pick that up with the crush. It's just a really rough one. You have to build towards that Sovereignty as support to benefit your team for the most part. When you're forced into a spot against this, when you have two very big magic damage deal, three for that matter, if you count Sylvanas as well, just huge magical damage dealing gods on the enemy team, and you still are forced to build a physical damage or physical protection item. It's just an odd situation where it's like, well, I really am not a tank against this team because, yeah, okay, Rom and Hercules are not going to be too much of a concern. The other three guys, on the other hand, yeah, they're going to be looking to rip me a new one every chance they get. And twice in a row, we've seen that happen now, where Arrow just got into a fight and immediately was killed horribly. There's no other way to put that. Combat Blink is online for Scylla right now. It's going to be actually a bit of mobility as well as potentially get her out of bad situations. You know, a possible Tectonic Rift cutting her off. Teleport coming in the left side. They're looking for some pick. Good banish onto Arrow. Oh my gosh, I feel bad for Arrow right now. Going to try and get up for Counter Strike. It will be good. Excavate over the wall. Gonna find the kill. I'm a monster. Like, yeah, you know what? Let's just use our ultimate space evenly across the lane. So no matter where Arrow looks to escape, we have the entire lane coverage. Emil's going farther. Wrath of Terror coming out. Yemen, the focus of their wrath right now. Snake's going to find himself that double kill. The right foot in the back is getting low, however. And Wolf Dawn going from Thor. He might look for the kill. Might just look to get out of this one. Where is he going to go? He's looking for the kill onto Redfoo. If he connects the Anvil of Dawn, no, he will not. He will come back defensively to get on out of there. Left side, though, inner tower getting brought down to half health. Snakeskin looking to zone out Wolfie and Solana. Push back onto the tower, but it is unfortunately not Snakeskin's tower. It's going to continue on attacking him. Shaggy Shank over the wall, currently cleaning up some back harpies. And, inner tower on this left lane is going to fall. Potato Boys picking that one up. They now definitely have a pretty strong advantage for themselves. 5,000 gold, 10,000 experience in just the past 7-8 minutes or so. They are rolling this game just down a hill, and that snowball starting to grow. Gold Fury is underway. Can they find the steal? They're in position potentially to look for an Arrow. Who will get it? Hand of the Gods coming down. Gold Fury is actually still both missed. Just Say Something. Secure it though with the kill. They stole that away. Will they survive the fight? Shaggy Shank finds Solana. Arrow dropped as well. Shaggy Shank finds a second onto Ninja Dimmy. Both supports missing their Hand of the Wrath of the Gods right there. It went all the way down to the wire. Gold Fury was sitting at 2% before finally getting picked up by Just Say Something, but they paid for it with 3 members of the team. They're looking for even more. Wolfie about to be brought down. Excavate coming out. The giant baseball going to be claiming another life today. Left lane, the Phoenix is currently exposed. Yemen trying to do what he can, is banished up in the air. Redfoo going to be looking for this kill. Backfire used into the Phoenix. He's not getting anywhere very quick. Yemen so low. Earthshaker comes down ages as well, trying to buy himself some time. That's going to be the deicide. Arrow has just respawned, but this Phoenix is going to fall. And they could potentially look for even more towers on the back of this push. They are getting very low on health. Both Snakeskin and Redfoo, about 200 health between across the two of them. Right now, Just Say Something, backs are against the walls. They need to figure out what they're doing. Anvil of Dawn is coming up. Arrow hit for half his health still by that I'm a Monster damage is coming out. Not going to find the double tap, and Berserker Barrage coming out as well. Not going to find the damage off of that one. Looking for the teleport. Shaggy Shank is here. This is not a spot he wants to be in. Second Berserker Barrage coming out. Did he just beads offensively? That is my question right there. Where is Thor on the bottom of the chart? Titan's under attack by the minions. Emilzy looking for the kill off the Ninja Dimmy here. Where is Ninja Dimmy? I'm looking the wrong side of the thing. That was an offensive use of the beads for that kill. He might end up regretting that next minute or so, not having that crowd control immunity off the beads. You know, he may end up regretting that all said and done. Titan, though, of Just Say Something is exposed. Took a little bit of damage from the minions. And, Potato Boys definitely have the upper hand in this match. Fire Giant, rather, is on the table. Towers in the middle and right lanes as well available. Oh, no, Wolfie Path of Flames. Not quite needed. No one really in position to follow up on that one. Could just go clear out some minions as the rest of Potato Boys look to head over to the right side of the jungle. If nothing else, they can look to bait out a team fight. Sun Touch is going to be up in about 10 seconds. They have an opportunity. Vulcan's about to head over to the left lane to deal with those fire minions. The second they spot that out, they can look to commit to this fight. He's still over there. The fight is sort of coming out. Solana caught out here on the right side. Defender of Olympus does come down. Vulcan is nowhere nearby, however. Solana, Defender of Olympus protection buff is going to be off in just a second. Use Lord Deathlife over the wall. Shell protection is out as well. They're looking to poke back and forth, but damage not really coming out, as I believe Shaggy Shank was more just getting himself that mana buff. And Dawn is up. Vulcan has joined the fight. Arrow is so low right now that they want to get that Wrath of the Gods off the table. Ninja comes down the middle. Shaggy Shank is going to let Astral Barrage up in the air. Snake's going to pick up the kill on Arrow. 2 more shots in the quiver. Who's going to look for Ninja Dimmy? Second shot, third shot will connect. Going to get out alive, though. Majora's will save his life for the time being. Banish. Can Freya find the hits? The wall is in the way. In the backside, Solana looking for the kill on the Sun Touch. I'm a Monster is off the table. Second going to be off in 1 second. Solana needs to avoid that. There's hope alive in this exchange. Crush coming up. Solana survived. Can he get the kill? No! Reinforcements rotating around them. He might pay for this. Red Food looking for the kill. Minions body blocking for the time being. Solana looked for the kill. Didn't find it. Wolfie found Snakeskin on the back end of that fight. And all said and done, Solana escaping that fight by the skin of his teeth. Fire Minions, though, broke through the Titan once again. Down about 15% of its health. Nothing to be too terribly concerned about, but we've seen it a few times here at the EGL, where our defense was all but, they all but defended a Titan at some point. Like one person left standing managed to sneak in the last little bit of damage. So sometimes that last few percent of health can make the difference. That said, it will have reset and healed most of that right on back up. So all said and done, Potato Boys definitely have the advantage in these fights. Now, what was the final tally of that fight? It was just 1 for 1. A bit of an extended fight, and not really many people dying, all said and done. Potato Boys, though, Gold Fury is going to be up here in about a minute. They can look to go for that. They can look for the Fire Giants on the table. It's been spawned for 15 minutes. Pause does come out here. It looks like Era did disconnect. Fortunately, not unfortunately. Fortunately, not during a fight or while anything important was going on. So even if Aaron does end up getting kicked back to base, doesn't interrupt the recall in time when he reconnects, won't be the end of the world necessarily. They don't currently have vision on the Fire Giant, however, so it's something to be slightly concerned about. Can't actually click the word for its vision. We're trying to fast forward through this pause slightly. Hopefully Arrow is in fact able to reconnect right here. Otherwise this could be a very anticlimactic final, all said and done. We are synced up with live currently, so we can't actually fast forward any further. So taking this opportunity to look at the current state of the game. Right now, Potato Boy is about 5,000 gold ahead. The experience lead as well, as much as a 3-level advantage in the case of supports. 1 to 2 for most other guides. Looking at the items, Hercules picked up an Anseal at some point, not quite fully stacked yet. 4 more to go on that. Not the end of the world necessarily. Looking at the Vulcan, I was talking about that earlier. He did go for the Book of Thoth instead of the Soul Reaver. I feel like I talked about that like 15 minutes ago. But nevertheless, the pause has come to a conclusion. Arrow has reconnected. We'll interrupt that recall, not going back to base. Going to look to pick up these back harpies on the right-hand side, and Emilzy just kind of wandering around the jungle. It's like, oh, hey, it isn't Athena nearby doing back harpies. Maybe I can go steal this away. Verdant Growth going to come down. Those are unfortunately stolen away by Emilzy. But now Just Say Something, looking to close in and collapse in this, possibly find themselves a pick. Arrow, though, locked down. He does have that Silver Talisman online, but still, the damage coming out of Scylla, just that Sikkim and the Crush, already down to 2/3 of her health. Athena has to be so careful with these initiations. Also, no anti-healing yet again coming out the side of Just Say Something. No weakening curse in sight. They have that Sylvanas. They have that Hercules. They might end up regretting this. Freya as well. A ton of lifesteal with her passive. Arrow caught the right lane once again. Will they find this kill? Thor was up in the air. He went down the backside of the fight. We'll swing over to that side. See what is going on back there. Ninja Dimmy boxing it out in the middle of 3. I'm a monster looking for the kill to Solana. Solana does get brought down, picked up by Red right here. Shaggy finds a second. Ninja Dimmy getting low as well. Tectonic Rift was used as well as also this could be the full Deicide. Yeah, I'm the only one left alive. Actually, Wolfie's here too. He's sneaking around the side. Banished up in the air. Nature's Grass a little too early, but otherwise that's going to be the full Deicide. And with 30 seconds on the respawn time, guys, this is more likely than not going to... Are they rushing down the Phoenix? It looks like they're rushing down for the Phoenix. Freya getting a little bit of damage on it as well. As the taunts come out, we'll kind of just pan back to avoid that loud noise. It looks like Potato Boys want to close this game out right now. It's going to be a one-man defense for the foreseeable future. Arrow was picked up first. 20 seconds on the death timer, guys. I think this is going to be the game in favor of Potato Boys. Titan's health is about to start dropping. It's still 2 towers and 2 Phoenixes on the map. Protection are there, but Arrow realizing that, nope, I'm not going to be able to do much about that. Driving Strike, Earthbreaker combo out under the tower, but the Phoenix... The Titan falls... And based on that game, yes, perhaps they should be scared of that little girl. 5-1-15 on Scylla. The kills coming out all over the place. I feel so terrible for Arrow after that fight. Just getting exploded, left, right, and center as Athena. Defender of Olympus into the middle of a fight, and it's like, oh, yeah, you know, we could kill that mid laner or the solo laner, or we could just evaporate the support player. All said and done, a rough game for sure for... Just say something. They had that early game lead all said and done. But, you know, they got a little cocky perhaps and were, you know, at a bit of a disadvantage as the play started to backfire on them. Looking at the, you know, the items getting built up, I can't really point anything out, but that said, we are halfway through. We're not going to look at that. Guys, we'll be back here in just a minute. I lost my post-game results. We have to wait for the picks and bans to finish as I'm going to get infinitely pulled back into it. We'll be back here as soon as it resets and I can actually get through from the beginning. I apologize for that, guys. I was hoping to catch the beginning, but they had already started a minute or two ago. Nevertheless, stick around, enjoy the music. We'll be back here in just a minute with Game 2.